I've got a laptop and then my desktop. If I had two monitors, then I wouldn't have to do that.
Let me make sure your face is just fine. There it is. I could never make any better improvement on that beautiful mug than what I just did right now. Anyways, hi! You're probably wondering, what are these people talking about? Aren't they supposed to be doing something fun? We are going to do something fun. We're going to be playing Mouse Guard, the role-playing game. So, in case you haven't played Mouse Guard before, let's go ahead and just ease you into what the Eastern Marches is about. The Eastern Marches is a campaign that is sort of like a take on the West Marches style of running like D&D, but we wanted to bring it into the world of David Peterson's Mouse Guard comics. If you don't know what those are about, basically, once upon a time, in this wild world of animals and mice, the mice discovered, we're smart, let's start building. Let's start making our lives not suck. So, after a while, they were able to harness the power of science and other helpful things like agriculture and all that stuff. And now they are living a fairly fine lives in a medieval society. But they're still mice. They're still the bottom tier of the feeding channel. And it turns out that there are a lot of things that can go wrong despite all this progress they've made. Including a few things concerning space, as well as fortifications. Space. And these mice, particularly the Mouse Guard, who are a faction of scientists, warriors, and free thinkers, I guess, their matriarch Gwendolyn decided, I would like to expand the scent border, the trail of chemicals that keeps all the nastier predators out of our territory, and expand. We're going to take this little outpost here and we're going to turn it into a settlement. As such, she is sending some of her most capable guards mice out beyond the scent border. And we're going to start with one of those right now. Speedy, your character, Alan Honeypot, left
Honeystone.
Honeystone! His name will elude
Get it right?
I'm so sorry.
I don't know, honey pot sounds pretty funny to me.
It doesn't matter how good it sounds. My name is Honeystone. Thank you very much.
Do not talk back to the narrator. Or else every it's gonna be like that Winnie the Pooh. I'm gonna make you trip over the letters. Anyway, so you left Lockhaven a while back on the orders of Gwendolyn, your matriarch, and she gave you the mission of just go to this outpost called Tapper's Point, report to Guard Captain Arabelle, and serve her as you would me in protecting it and seeing that it is one day a blossoming settlement for all mice in the territories. Did you want to bring anything specific with you? I know you are, I don't know, you're probably gonna miss the hive back at Lockhaven. They do have a beehive. If you wanted to take a memento or
yeah, with me I'll take a single jar of very fine honey that I have, and along with it a jar of mead labeled in all caps with the phrase "Do not confuse with honey."
Oh no.
Does that happen a lot?
Oh no.
Oh.
Careful which one you swig. Do you have a favorite bee that you'd like to say goodbye to?
I would. Jeremy or Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Nice.
Oh. You villain.
Okay. The fluffiest of all.
The fluffiest of all bees.
He or she returns from a long day of crawling in flowers covered in pollen and just gives you a little, crawls all over your big ears and just, grooms you.
You now have a pollen beard.
Yeah, the pollen beard. But,
No.
Are the bees slightly sentient? Like like dog level intelligence,
It's sort of.
Basically, yeah.
It's kind of, yeah. I want to say it might be because all animals in this world, some of them have culture, some of them have a little bit of a higher intelligence, and some of them are just too darn adorable. And that's what this bee is. You maybe one day actually you're going to the wild country. The wild country is going to have wild bees, so you may be able to like
bees.
wild bees. But I'm going to go ahead and say you come to Tapper's Point after several days travel. I'm not going to make you roll for it because you already know kind of how to roll in this game. Yeah, that's the one thing I always do is I always do that Pathfinder roll where let's see if you trip over your own paws getting to where you're supposed to go. The first mission in this game. And you come to this gate, this archway. It is in this cluster of pine trees, and actually traveling across this end border was probably the most stressful thing you've ever done. There's sort of this high alertness and paranoia that mice have about what lies beyond this end border. So you've been on your toes. Just, is there a bear over there? No? We're good. And you approach the gate where there are two mice standing at the ready. One of which is the female mouse. She's sort of a light brown color, and another red-furred mouse who just sort of like smiles very broadly at you. Both of them are wearing guard cloaks.
Are they cute?
Well, it's the one. The girl looks a little hard pressed. She looks really fussy, but the other guy is just like smiling broadly, and he's just like, "Well, hey, how you doing?" Gosh, I didn't know another guards master was coming by.
God, I'm struggling to not just start a southern accent now.
I'm so sorry. Where are you from?
It's infectious.
What home are you from?
Copperwood.
Copperwood.
Capperwood.
I don't know. You can go to New York.
Gapperwood.
You can go
I think Copperwood's
Copperwood.
Copperwood's a little bit more New Yorker. That's where they there's a lot of haggling going on there.
What is
Um,
happening?
Yes,
Perfect.
that's exactly what Copperwood is.
Yeah, that's the Copperwood kind of voice,
Mm.
Where is Copperwood anyway?
Copperwood is I think it's to the west of Lockhaven. Let me ping it.
It's south.
South.
Oh, I
you
see.
know where it is. It's straight
Town
south.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
guy
come on.
sounds like he's from the far south. Probably
But
from.
I'm from freaking Flint Thrust. I'm
Wait, so
almost
you
as
tell
far
me
as you
the
can get.
south, the people from the south in Mouse Guard have like the same south as in America?
I
do now.
Depends
Wait,
on
you
what
now,
you
I guess.
Certainly, yeah.
the lore runs deep. And he just sort of like claps you on the shoulder. He has this giant halberd, while the other girl is carrying this little spear, and she's just looking at the two. He says, "Well, you probably want to talk to Arabelle." And she says, "Guard Captain Arabelle, yes. You should report there. I'll guide you." And he says, "Well, I'll stay here," and just sort of like remains at the ready. He says, "I hope you enjoy Tapper's Point. It's pretty cruddy."
I bet he.
With
I
that
bet he
stunning
gets,
endorsement, how could I not?
I bet he gets guard duty alone all the time.
Now, for the rest of you, maybe we'll get to that in a moment. But for you, Alan, you are brought up into this this pine tree, this gigantic, towering behemoth of bark and pine, and you're brought to the top. It's a very small settlement. It's literally just the inner ring of this tree. And as you approached, by the way, you noticed that there seemed to be some construction going on up above, but it's in shambles. It looks like something just like crashed into it, and like there's wood at the base of the tree. And as you move up, and you are taken to this door, the girl guard mouse just sort of like nods to it and says, "I'll wait out here. I have to make sure the rest of your patrol are going to get here on time." And she opens the door for you. And you see inside are 2 mice. One of them wearing I think it would be a white cloak. She's sitting at this desk, and across from her, sort of trying to point out on a map on the table an area, is another mouse, a black fur. And she's dressed in this scarf and a little backpack on her back. Looks like she's like ready to go hiking or something. And they both turn to look at you, and the one wearing the white cloak says, "Ah, a new arrival. Come inside." Oh, you're muted. Uh-oh.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
All right. Let's see. They should be arriving soon. I'm sorry about doing this, but I'm putting you directly on duty. I'm sorry if you had a long trip, but this is high precedent right now.
It's typical, no worries. I'm used to it.
All right.
I'm ready to go out, anyways.
Well, that's good. Having high endurance is going to do you well out here. I'm Guard Captain Albel. This is Miss Sully Crooktail. She sort of gestures to the Black Mouse and says she's one of the residents here before the guard took hold of this outpost. And you see that Sully Crooktail sort of rolls her eyes and says, "Yeah, can we get on with this? Let's get him briefed. Listen, we need to start a farm, and we need to find a good place for it. Tapper's Point can't just forage anymore. If it's going to survive out here, we need like a good source of food that isn't going to get jumped anytime someone comes across the border. We need something out here that we can get to easily enough." And as this happens, I'm gonna say, Tilly Antherd, you're retrieved and brought forward. Alan Honeystone, what sort of mouse do you look like? What is your cloak color? What is your fur color?
My cloak is maroon, and my fur is a kind of copperish gray.
My goodness. And Tilly, what state are you in as you enter?
All right, so
I just can never I never know what to expect with Tilly.
I'll tell you
sorry.
what to expect. You hear the sound of, this is becoming a pattern, footsteps running tap 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 tap, coming down the hallway, and then the door bursts open, and this like short storm of bushy brown fur flies into the room, followed by a nimbus of sawdust, and she slips and falls flat on her back because there's sawdust on her feet, and she scrambles up and tries to dust the sawdust off of her undyed Tender Paws cloak, and does a horrible job because she is covered in sawdust from head to foot, and so her ears like pin back in embarrassment, and she like does the sharpest salute that she can possibly manage and goes, Tilly Antherd reporting for duty, sir, ma'am, captain, yes, I'm here.
You alright there, kid?
Let's say yes, sir. Hello. Good morning.
Guard Captain Arabelle just sighs. She folds and steeples her paws and says, Tilly,
Ma'am?
I appreciate that you're helping out Bernard, but shake yourself out for a moment out of the office. Please.
She nods frantically and goes, yes ma'am, and steps out the room, and the door shuts, and you hear the sound of cloth like being snapped repeatedly and like beaten against the wall, and after a minute the door slowly opens with much more dignity, and Tilly steps inside and straightens the folds of her cloak and does a proper salute as if none of this ever happened.
Good.
Thank you.
She says thank you. And I think at this point, Leafsig, would you like to come around as well?
Yes, I'm here.
We hear as you pop your head in. Describe Leafsig for me, because I adore her. so much.
Chronically nervous black fur mouse with a purple cloak that she has tied the corners to her ankles and wrists. So it flaps around like bat membrane almost.
That's so
A very long tail and a little hood and huge ears.
So huge.
And huge ears and lots of tacky bangles poking out from under her cloak.
My goodness.
And probably like a smear of pollen or something.
And Guard Captain Arabelle, once again.
She rushes in, straightening her bangles.
She is not particularly pleased by your uniform, but she doesn't tell you. You only get a long stare.
These big long stairs back.
Yes. And as this happens, the girl, Guard Mouse, who has been retrieving everyone, comes around with the last member. It's Mock, right? Or because I remember last time I called you Bramble too much.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mock.
Alrighty.
I step in after everybody. Mock is very straight-laced, full business, like this is why we're here, so present yourself. My armor, Mock is tan, blonde kind of fur with a dark green cloak. Steps in his armor and his sword sheathed, his shield over his back, holding a strap on it. Steps in, salute, and just, gathers with everybody else. Like, as official as you could be in just walking into a room, that's Mock.
Alright. She approves of this and says, alright, everybody's here. Let's just get down to it. We need to carve out a farm in this wild country. You're to go with Miss Crooktail here, and a few of her, well, one less, forager team. She does give a glance to you, Mock. She has this disapproving frown on her face as she says this. And she continues saying, all of you will have to make sure that they're protected. Not only that the space that we choose for the farm is suitable. We don't want it out in the open where predators can simply waltz in and take whatever we have, as well as whatever mice will station there eventually. After that, you'll come back once it's situated, alright? Just make sure it's clear of any predators or anything else that might make this process even more difficult.
Mock speaks up. Is there already a area that's being considered? Is there already a spot for this farm that is decided, or is that something that we will have to go along and do?
Silly Crooktail perks up, and she points to one part of the map that's still being constructed. They're still sort of figuring out what's around Tapper's Point in the wild country. And she says, yeah, there's a place right over here. It's a juniper grove. Should suit us well if we can find a good spot that's at least out of reach of predators.
Alright.
At least that's my initial thought. I don't know what's there. I've only been there in passing. Simon, he was the one who really did the scouting for us. Of course, you had to keep him. Well, I'm sorry. And she seems very flustered. It seems something happened. But she moves on and says, alright, we're leaving now, yes? And Guard Captain Arabelle looks to the rest of you and says, as long as you're ready, I'd like this to be done as soon as possible.
I'm ready to go when everyone else is.
I suppose as good a time as any.
Alright. Well, good luck. Now.
Tilly looks very eager to get the hell out of this tree.
Good. And now, I think is a good time for everybody to write down a goal for this session. It can be anything during the Game Master's turn, which is what we are entering, or it could be for the player's turn, which will come later in the session once this has been achieved. So what do you guys think you might want to do?
Bees. Find bees.
Hey,
Start a bee farm.
Find bees.
Yay! Oh my gosh.
I like that. That's pretty good.
I would also like to get involved in this bee farm.
No fair. The bee farm is my thing.
Oh,
Bee
Fern, you
farm.
don't even know. You don't even know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Battle of the bee people.
Battle of the bees.
Oh my
Jeremy could take you on
I
any
think-
day.
Oh.
Okay, but could Jeremy take on Equus? We'll never know. Equus is not included.
Oh my god. Oh, Equus is a story for another time. I think Tilly is gonna want to bug Leafsig about Loremouse because she has taken an interest in the Loremouse skill. Like, I don't know necessarily if they call it the Loremouse skill, like in the actual world, but like she knows that Leafsig of this party has a record of knowing things about aminals and what do, and she would like to know more about aminals and what do. So I'm probably gonna have a goal around that.
That sounds pretty cool. Leafsig, what do you want to do?
Honestly, like, bees sounds pretty good to me too.
Wow.
I guess just
Bee
like,
farm really is what you guys want to make? A bee farm? You can't
I
eat
mean-
bees, you know.
You can eat
I mean,
honey.
you could.
Don't you talk
You
about
need-
eating bees around me.
Oh. I mean, they do have a beetle farm.
yeah.
Desperate times for desperate measures. Let's see. What about your goal, Mock?
Just defend the group as much as I can and make sure source of food is at least started in production.
Gotcha. Alright. Sounds like a good idea. Alright, so we got 2 bee things, 1 very ambitious Tenderpaw, and somebody looking out for everybody else. I like it. Alright, we're gonna have to start this off with a unfortunate health check. It starts to rain. The spring brings with it a rather hazardous sprinkle. And it's not that the sprinkle is bad, it's just constant. So you guys are having to traverse a wet, wild country. It's been going all morning, and looks like it started early last night. So there's not only that, you're contending with puddles, you're contending with mud that is like gonna suck around your little bodies as you hop across. So I need a obstacle 3 health check from everyone.
Oh boy.
Health, you mean healer? Healer?
No healer. Health.
I don't even have that marked on my sheets. That's
It's under abilities. Everyone does.
Yeah, it's not a skill, so you would keep it under your abilities.
It's underneath.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
That's okay.
Is that from everyone or for the group?
Oh,
One
gosh
person
darn
for
it,
the
I
group.
rolled again too early.
This is for every single person.
Everybody.
Oh, so everyone is doing it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Is everyone doing it?
Oh no, Leafsig.
Holy
Hang on, I'm
sick.
rolling incorrectly.
Oh! And then, oh! That's odd, it should have rolled.
You should have a slash in front of that R.
Oh yeah! Yeah, you
Oh,
just
there you
slash
go. There you
R.
go.
you just need the slash R.
Okay. Oh, okay. One moment.
Everyone with bated breath, seeing if Leafsig can.
No,
Can she survive?
he cannot.
Will she drown?
She will.
Success.
There we are. So
Y'all rolled really well.
everybody did well. I'm surprised.
Oh, thank God.
All right. So
Usually there's at least one failure by now.
I know,
Usually-
right? Thankfully, all of you are sort of drawn in as a group to sort of like help each other get across the treacherous territory. And as you guys are sort of like moving along through, you do start to notice that the farther you get away, the wider the trees that are sort of like that used to cluster you in are getting. And just this spring is so far really cruel to you. So now that we are no longer going to have to worry about our health, I need a scout check. Or a harvester check.
Scout or harvest. All right.
Yeah.
Well, who's got?
What's our obstacle?
I think with the scout check, it's going to be obstacle 6, but harvester would be obstacle 4.
Jeez.
I
I
think
have a
that sounds
scout.
okay.
I have Scout 2. Does anyone have anything better?
I have Scout too. Sorry.
No one. Everyone has Scout 2. I have everybody's sheet open. So everyone has Scout 2.
Well,
And then you said
we can use each other's helping dice, though, right?
right.
Yeah.
But and then what was the other one? You said
Harvester.
harvest. So I don't even have harvest.
No. Does anyone
I
have
don't
harvester?
think any of us do.
No.
I don't.
Oh well.
Right.
All right,
well-
so this is going to be a scout.
I mean, I'll roll Scout, and then I need helping die from everybody.
Yeah, so how are you guys gonna dose out some helping dice? What's your scout?
My Scout is 2.
2.
Everyone
So,
is 2. Yeah.
only one other person can help with scout. You guys need to figure out the other skills that you need to help with this.
What's the situation again?
Right now, you guys are trying to. You're going to be able to get through the rain, no problem. It's not going to hamper you. But now you are going out to search for this farming location without running into anything nasty.
Okay. I would like to use my predator wise to try and find an area that would be deterring of predators, perhaps with some sort of faint scent barrier or just natural barriers that would keep larger animals out but allow mice to go in.
There you go. I think that's a good idea.
Perfect.
So that's the help you're getting.
Okay.
So you have 3 right now. Tilly,
Correct.
how do you want to help?
I can use my old ways wise to be certain plants grow next to certain other plants that would be helpful for our situation. So if we see a lot of let's say liverwort around the ground, that means that if we go a little closer to a water source and like you can hear something in the distance maybe, there might be like a certain kind of bush that maybe would be useful in screening out predators or
Using
some
this
such.
cover.
yeah.
Nicely. So the wise is coming through tonight. How about yourself, Lewis?
Can I use Hunter to make sure that predators aren't already in the area?
Yes. Sort of like try to discern, well, what's frequenting here? Who else is eating over here except for us?
Mhm.
Alrighty, I like that. So that's 3 helping dice. You're also getting helping dice from Sully Crooktail as well as another mouse, an older mouse named Granny Lily. And
Does she have the voice?
she does not have that voice, Lewis.
Okay.
Had to ask.
She's
Then
not.
the game can continue.
The game can continue. But she's sort of, they're both going to help you with Harvester, because that's how they help. So you're getting 4 helping dice. That's a total of 6 dice. Do you want to use any traits to help you?
I don't think I would have any traits that would help me. I don't have any traits that would help me. I mean, I have bold, but I don't really see how that would help. So I'm just gonna go with 6.
Alrighty. And do you want to use anything against yourself for the player's turn, or is this fine?
Yeah, we're fine with this. You said challenge 3, right?
No, obstacle 6.
Oh.
Yeah, like honestly,
Yeah.
if there's such a slim chance of success, you might as well use something against yourself and at least get some
That's
checks out of it.
true.
That is
do
one
my-
way. Yeah.
When I use something against myself, once the session is over, does that go away, or do I keep those?
No, you have to recover from it in the player's turn.
Okay.
Well, wait, no. If you use something against yourself, you mean?
Yeah, like last
Oh
session.
no,
I used-
that's
I used-
Yeah.
you get it back
Okay.
next session. Oh wait, no,
Okay.
if you hamper yourself, then you can still use it to help you later.
Yeah, it's only if you
Yeah.
use a trait to help yourself that you can do that once per turn. You can use them to hinder yourself as many times as you want.
Okay, when do those checks go away, though?
You use them in the player's turn. They have to be
To help
used in
you.
the next player's turn.
I'm confused. Last session, I used my bold trait against myself.
Yeah.
So I put a check on that.
Yeah, that's a check for the player's turn. And then you
Right.
guys use that check in the player's turn.
Right.
Yeah.
When does that check go away? So that because
They're not physical check marks on a
Okay,
character
well, they're-
sheet.
Okay, well then I'll just not. I thought they were.
And that's one.
Anyway.
I think that's a way you can keep track of if you used it to get a check or not. But as long as you remember to uncheck it when you use it during the player's turn, then that's when it goes away.
Okay.
So you don't
I'm-
have that check right now.
Okay.
Are you using one to hamper yourself though? Because that's the question we're trying to answer.
Right. I mean, I have Defender, Bold, and Fearless. I don't see how any of those would help in the current stand.
Fearless sounds like it would
It's-
actually be a hindrance. So you could use that and get a check for the player's turn.
Okay.
All right. So roll 5 dice. We'll see how
Wait, roll 5 or 6?
5 because you're using that to hinder you, aren't you?
Right. I thought that gave me another dice to give me. I'm
No,
so
no,
confused
we're-
at how
we're-
this thing works.
Okay. So here's how traits work. You can use a trait to help you and get +1 dice, or you can use a trait against you and get a check for the player's turn at the cost of -1 dice. And
So you're
But we need 6 successes. I don't want to take a dice away from that because then there's no way that we could make that at all.
that's sometimes failure is sometimes inevitable. You could use your persona points to increase your dice, but right now, since they don't want you to blow anything higher than what you have right now, they're telling you to go ahead and just hamper yourself with 1 dice so that they have a player's check for the player's turn. So that way, even if you guys get a condition, you can recover from it in the player's turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll 5. You need to explain this more for me off camera.
All right.
Go.
All right, 2 successes. That is not enough. So, what's going to happen is you guys are going to get, let's see.
We build the new settlement inside a weasel mound.
That would be impressive. That would
That
be
would
impressive.
be bad.
All player characters are immediately eaten.
Oh my gosh, no. But what's going to
15
happen?
opossum mamas show up.
It was fun playing with you guys.
Oh my god.
gosh, no.
Everyone's dead. Okay, bye.
So, you guys are going to go deeper into the wild country, and as you're sort of leading them, and everybody's sort of pointing out, well, what if we check this area out? You guys do get to a spot where there's a lot of it's like the trees are parting. It's like the edge of this forest is starting to be clear. And you guys get to this spot where Crooktail perks up and says, "Oh, this is it. This is it. Yes, Juniper." And she starts picking around, and in this open field, you do see you're kind of near this bank of a river that sort of runs north. And nearby, all of you sort of look around, and you notice that there's this large clustered bush. And Miss Lily, the granny, says, "Oh, this is bearberry bush, lovely." And she starts rubbing the oils and says, "Well, this will go good with my tea. Yes, we could use this as a shelter for, everything that we'll be doing here. And let's see. Your predator-wise, Speedy, comes into play because you are looking out for okay, well, maybe a bear actually does come to the bearberry bush, and it's near the edge of the forest. You got to keep, and you see this lump, and it is sort of tucked away under this bush, and it is you can see fur with this very light brown, almost cream colored fur with white spots on it. And you see it's just curled up in this big lump. And you see, as you approach it, I don't know if you approach it, but you do see that there are these big black eyes sticking out of this short neck. This thing's head is about the size of all of you clumped together as it sort of opens its eyes and regards all of you.
Is he the only one that sees this?
I think right now he would be, because he has the predator. Actually, no. Leafsig would notice this as well, because she had Hunter.
Right.
Alright.
Would my predator wise let me know what kind of predator that is?
Actually, it would let you know this is not a predator. You were so caught up looking for something that would eat you that you didn't notice that there was this tiny... You've only heard of these things in legend because you've never been past the scent border. And this is what predators eat when they don't find mice. This is a fawn.
Son!
It is a baby deer, and it is laying underneath this bush, frozen. Not like literally, but like it's still. It is not moving. It's just laying there looking at all of you.
That's cute.
And once Sully Kirktail notices this, she's like, "Ah! What is that doing here?"
It's don't worry about it. It's just a
Bones, the holy bones is
It's not a
thing!
predator. It's not a predator. Shush.
Ah.
It's not
It's
a
not a-
predator, you saying?
No, it's not gonna try
That
and eat
means
anyone.
that means it's prey. So
There could be predators nearby.
us!
Yes.
that means that
It's-
there's stuff that might want to eat it nearby, as there always is. I don't think that
I'm not
we
gonna
should
disagree with
stay
you
here.
there.
Leafsig makes the sign of the cross and bows.
She does what?
she she makes a religious gesture and bows behind everybody's back.
Impressive. And
Is it
Sully-
like hiding? Is its head down?
its head is down, but it's just sort of like hunkered down. Like it's just
Chill.
it's just.
Is it like
laying
curled
there.
up under a bush kind of thing?
Oh yeah, it is curled up
Mm-hmm.
under this bush, and it's just not okay.
Tilly's gonna go investigate it. Tilly's gonna
No,
check
no,
this
no,
thing
don't,
out.
don't do that. Don't do that.
She's doing it. She's doing it.
Oh boy.
Can I like roll lore mouse to see what the deal is with this fawn and what it's doing here?
I mean, sure.
I want in on that too. Leafsig does that too.
Okay.
You guys are.
All right, roll me some lore mouse.
I'm pretty sure I know what
Let's
it's
see.
doing there. It's just sitting.
Did you
I'll include Lipsing's helping dice. There we
Oh.
go. Oh, no successes.
Why did you not
Tilly
roll?
does not know jack about baby deer.
I
So,
actually have more mouse.
so wait, Leafsig, you were helping, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You both are. You suddenly realize, whoa, I'm really hungry.
Oh god.
You are hungry and thirsty. Tilly,
Wait,
are
but I'm
you?
already hungry and thirsty.
Then you are tired. You
But
are
I'm already
already tired.
Am I angry that I don't know what the heck this animal is?
Actually, yeah, I guess you are.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so you tried
God,
talking
it's
to
so
it.
cute. How infuriating.
I'm mad that it's precious.
Well, I guess you're mad that it's all alone because you sort of realize, okay, this baby deer is just hunkered down, and it's clearly left. But there's no mama in sight, so it's been left alone by its mama. Leafsig, you sort of chime in. I'm thinking you sort of have like a guess, like, oh well, it's not gonna move. Its mama's not around. If
Wait.
their
Yes,
mother
If
is,
it
if their-
Leafsig says, it's hiding. When they hide like that, their parents usually leave them here, which means deer predators are in the area, but this is probably a relatively safe place.
right,
and
but
Sully
but
Kirktail perks up and she says, "Ah, no, we can't have this here. Get it out. We need to start, building and fortifying. We need to make sure this place is that we could live here."
right, wait, hold on. If the mother deer thought that this place was safe enough to leave its child here and then went off, if it gets back and its child is gone and we are all here doing our thing, don't you think it'd piss it off a little bit?
I don't think they care
I-
about us that much.
Or its parents are dead.
All the more
Also
reason why we
possibility.
should kick it out.
I think we should just go find a new spot.
Find a new spot. This is perfect. There's a river right there.
What do you want us to do to kick out a fawn?
Stab it.
We could just move it.
I mean, I can
a
go
bit
up
to the
there and
left or
stab it if
something.
you want. I really don't care.
No, don't hurt it.
Don't stab it?
Who just said what?
I think it's a
At
good
least-
motivator.
Leafsig sighs. When they leave them here, they lick them all over so no one can smell them. If you stab it, you will introduce a blood scent into the air.
All right, well I'll go over there and I'll hit it with my shield or something. Blunt force trauma will get it to leave.
Oh yeah, hit it with something the size of one nostril. It'll make it go away. In a
I'll go hit it in the. Don't you talk back to me.
Isn't there something we could do to just lure it away nice and easy?
If you want to think of something, then think of it.
Let's
If
think
they're
of
not-
something then.
Now, I will say this, Alan, you are the patrol guard here,
Mhm.
and Guard Captain Arabelle sort of gave seniority over to you.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm kind of just letting them squabble it out for a minute.
If you
I
can,
don't know what
What a good.
if you can think of something to get it away by the time I walk over to it, be my guest. And I start walking over to it.
All right, hold up.
What?
Listen, it's just a deer. It's not gonna stay there forever. We can wait. It's fine. Or we can find another place. We can look around. It's not the only place that you can grow crops around here, I'm sure.
That's what I said. But
Besides, any area that can let in a creature this big can let in a creature bigger. It's not necessarily the safest place.
thank you. Someone with some sense.
Sully Crooktail crosses his arms and says, "You make me a patrol guard, but out here, you're so naive. We're planting
Wait,
it
who-
here.
Who's
Does she have seniority over me?
She has citizenry over you. She's not a part of the Mouse Guard. She is a citizen of Tapper's Point, and has basically been in these woods for her whole life.
Hmm.
And it sounds like you will need a sort of check to convince her otherwise.
Alright.
Granny Liley is sort of like, that's all she says. She just sort of is like on point with Sully. They both seem very frustrated and rather perturbed. They don't like the idea of spending the rest of the day trying to hunt down a new place. So what would you guys like to do? You could try to push it and sort of like but like
disturb it?
disturb it enough to move it away. That would be a versus check, it sounds like. Or you could try to convince Sully Crooktail otherwise.
Wait, Leafsig asks, not challengingly, but just like politely, asks the native, why do we need to make it leave immediately? Why can't we just wait for its parents to come and take it away?
Because, to be honest, the planting has to start now.
What, like today?
Well, look at the ground. I'm not going to wait another week for it to rain. This is lucky. It's
Well,
not
it's not going
easy.
to take an entire week for this deer to leave. No, it's not going to sit there for more than a few hours,
I'm not
probably.
saying the deer is going to stay. I'm saying it's not going to rain. The ground is soft. Mice
Plant in front of the deer.
plant normally in just dry ground. We need to do it now while the ground is soft and the rain is coming down.
It'll be far easier for us to just leave. Obviously, these two mice don't want to do that, so I'll go over there with your permission, patrol leader, to move the thing away. I mean,
Is it really that much in our way that we can't just plant around it for the moment and
Says
hope that
the-
it moves before we finish?
says this one.
Well, what's worse is if its mother comes back and we start doing the work, it's going to trample all over the ground we planted. Who knows if there's
don't-
more than one of these?
Don't you think? Then in that case, don't you think it's a bad idea for us to plant here in the first place? Whether or not we scare this baby deer away, the mother will be coming back here to look for it. Don't you think?
Sounds like the start of a versus check. So we either need a persuader or a manipulator / deceiver.
I have manipulation 2.
I have persuader.
What do you think? I'm muted, by the way.
I have.
What do you think of this?
Deceiver something. Deceiver 3.
The versus test.
We're not lying.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Huh? No. As in, like, it's okay that we're like going off.
I'll go
Okay,
ahead
that's great.
and use my persuader, and I'll take the assist from you with your manipulator.
Yep.
All right. They're using. Oh, I'm not telling you what they're using, but they're ready with their dice. They're rolling 4 dice. Don't forget, you can use traits.
Okay. Is anyone else assisting me?
I don't think I can.
You can choose who you want to assist. By the way, either Crooktail or your patrol leader.
Which Mock definitely suggests not doing.
So, do you want to use any other traits or dice with this?
I think Tilly is gonna help Crooktail.
Okay.
Say what?
You're gonna help her with what?
With persuade. I do not have persuader. Okay, never mind. I can't help.
You don't.
Well,
shit.
you can help
Oh,
with.
can I help with old ways wise? Can I somehow help and be like, look, I don't think there are any other good places to plant around here. Just look at the distribution of the landscape and all that stuff or whatever.
That's a good point. I'm thinking that could help.
Can you clarify exactly what the two factions want?
So here's what the versus test is. You guys want to convince Crooktail and Granny Lily that there are other places to plant. We'll just look for another. And they are telling you, no, we're going to plant it here. This is perfect. And this fawn needs to go. You guys need to make it go. And that, I think, is going to decide how we approach the next roll. So, let's go ahead and... They're ready to roll, unless you guys are willing to give any other dice around. Right now, they're rolling 4 dice.
I have 2 for my persuasion, 1 from the assist, and I'm gonna throw in 1 for quick-witted if I can.
Ooh, that is good. Alright, well, whenever you're ready.
2 successes.
1 success.
Yes.
Alright. I suppose you guys start a back and forth. She's saying Tapper's Point needs the perfect farm. We can't just settle for anything less.
Who's to say that this spot is the perfect farm? I mean, we've been out here for what, a couple hours?
Well, she hasn't. She's
A little
been
bit
here
over.
For,
A little bit over
for
there.
years.
Could
If
be,
anyone knows if this is the perfect spot or not, or if there are any other spots, she'd be the one to know, wouldn't she?
We want the perfect spot, and I absolutely agree with you. But look around. There's a deer right here. That's prey. It's something that bigger predators are going to come for, and it's something that clearly deer pass through here. They'll trample over our crops with no question.
yeah.
But isn't this only a temporary setback? I can't imagine they would trample over a bush directly. This is right under a bush.
She says,
If this deer is using the bush as shelter,
Not only
obviously-
that, these things are herbivores. If we're planting berries, there's a good chance they'll eat some of them too.
yeah.
Tilly just kind of snaps her fingers and bends her ears back like, ah, damn it, that's a good point.
Besides, I haven't seen any signs of bees around here. I think if we want a more sustainable place, we should probably have ourselves a little honey hive, don't you?
I would agree with that.
That's
Tilly kind of nods her head like, oh, damn, that's another good point. Shit.
Granny Lily, her ears sort of perk up at the thought of honeybees. And Crooktail. Alright.
Look,
Listen,
we'll spend the rest of the day looking for another spot. There's gonna be plenty of spots out here. And if we find one with a beehive, then that's better in everybody's favor, especially Tapper's.
right. Listen, it's just been hard lately. I wanted something to go right for once.
This isn't going wrong. It's just not going as we expected. There's a difference.
Alright. Let's go then. She sort of gathers up a few berries, just, for compensation.
Road.
And this is going to be a brand new scout check. Because you guys have explored... Actually, wait. I wonder if this can be another skill. Because you guys already rolled your scout.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking... And nobody has Harvester, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
How's
I could
this?
roll my apiarist to try and find somewhere that bees would
Ooh,
also
that's a good
be.
plan.
I think that's a good plan. Here's what we'll do. You roll your apiarist. They're going to help with their scout and... Actually, no, they're going to help, with their scout. How are the rest of you helping Alan Honeystone?
Could Insectress help?
Yes, they are
Okay.
insects.
I have insect-wise.
That helps too. Well done.
Yeah.
Terrain-wise?
Terrain-wise. Yes, because we need to find the perfect trees that these honeybees will inhabit. Especially when they're it's raining, so you need to know how to get over the terrain.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting 4 helping dice. I'm gonna need an obstacle 5.
All right, so that's total of 7d6 then, with 4 helping dice.
Mm-hmm. Got any traits?
Yep. I don't think independent would really help here.
You're getting way too much help.
Nope.
Ooh. 3 successes. Close.
I gotta find these bees, man.
Here's what happens, and this is gonna be fun. All of you go out, searching high and low, and Alan Honeystone, you're on the right track. You hear a faint buzzing in the distance, despite the soft sprinkles of rain smacking you in the head every now and then. You're certain it's not just water in your ears. It's the buzzing of a hive. And as you sort of pick up the pace, everyone else looks a little bit excited. They're like, "Oh, this is good." And this low thrum in the distance, you're just like, "Oh yes, this is it. I knew it." But you don't see it yet. You don't see it. You're still looking around, and then as you guys, you've gone further in. You've been cutting the edge of the forest for now, but as you push further, you suddenly hear that it gets louder. And then it's no longer a buzzing, it's a thumping. And in an instant, all of you are looking through the trees as these huge four-legged shapes come barreling towards you. All of you in awe as 6 or 7, some antlered, some not, deer come charging through the forest.
Oh shit.
Does it look like they're charging for us or just in the same direction as us?
They're charging in the same direction as you.
Okay.
I hesitate to make this a conflict because, quite honestly, this is a very odd conflict, and I don't think it would end well for you. You guys, because these deer are just traveling, but you're in their way. So I need all of you to either make nature checks or health checks. You need to get out of their way fast, or you're gonna get run over.
Everyone duck, we've got deer incoming!
Okay.
All right.
I don't have health or well, I mean, I have
You
nature.
do. You do have health, and you do have
Well,
nature.
Oh yeah, duh. I'm stupid. Could I use defender as a? Well, no.
Defender could be used as a trait that you want to use. Yeah.
Could I do that to help someone else?
No, you
Oh,
could just use it as like you
Use
know
it as
how
myself?
you know how to get people out of this situation because you've defended people from similar circumstances.
You could roll it instead of nature or health, then, right?
Nature
Well,
or health,
defender,
because
defender is a trait, so I would do one of those and then my trait.
okay. You could either use the highest of your nature or your health, because remember, nature is for mousy stuff. Climbing or escaping is mousy. The mice do this on a daily basis.
I'm just gonna use health
Okay.
without the trait because we might need that.
Okay, and it's gonna be
And I suck.
it's gonna
Oh no!
it's gonna be a versus test against the deer. These rolls I'm making right now are for Crooktail and Lily. Lily, Grandma.
Oh, Granny.
Oh, that's three of them.
Oh, Grandma.
Three complete failures.
Shit.
Please say that we didn't escape because we were helping Lily and not because
Can I
Oh no!
can I
Can you?
take like double consequences to push the granny out of the way?
Because you're defending. You're a defender.
Because I'm defending.
Okay, well, you never know. These deer might get 0 successes.
Nope.
So anybody who got higher than 3, you're able to get away from this without being
Is
trampled.
that anyone?
Yes, Tilly
Tilly.
gets out of the way.
Billy.
And I did.
And Crooktail. She sort of picks up her tail, it's rather long, and sort of hugs it to her as she darts into like a root. But here's what's gonna happen. Leafsig, you are gonna get. Are you tired yet?
not yet.
Okay, you're gonna be tired after this. You have like a moment where you're running between their legs as they pass over you, and it is the most terrifying thing ever. And by the end of it,
Like music from the
Simba
Lion
and the
King plays in the
Wildebeest.
background.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my god! I wish I had that music on hand.
Ah, brother!
Help me! And so here's the unfortunate part. Mock, you see Granny Lyle. She starts climbing the tree, and like something gives out. Like the bark she was climbing just snaps underneath her, and she falls back in the path of the deer. And you sort of rush forward, and you pick her up, and you just sort of like, go, go, go! And unfortunately, that made you stand still for a moment. And a deer hoof just comes and steps right onto you.
Yep. So I'm dead, everybody. Bye.
What's your conditions right now?
I'm angry from
You're
the last
angry?
session. That's it.
Well, I think because you're taking the burden for someone else, you're going to be tired and you're going to be injured.
Gotcha.
Tired and injured. Because it would just be weird if you got stepped on and were like, huh, I'm pretty hungry and thirsty. Goo.
How injured is this? Is this like my tail broke, or am I just like splat a little flatter now?
I feel
Like
like
broken back kind of thing, or
I
is
feel
this
like it focused
busted?
like your sword arm. I feel like it stepped
Oh,
right on your
damn.
shoulder.
Like maybe
it
it
just-
didn't
not the
step-
sword arm? Take my leg, man. I don't.
Sorry. But yeah, that thing is gonna be sore for a long while, and not only that, like every single one of you, even the ones who succeeded after this, is just it was like on you in a second. Like literally, Honeystone, that was the only warning you could give them. This is like the wild country. Things like this happen more often than you think, and Crooktail and Lily are just sort of like panting after this instant. And then, as the hooves sort of grow fainter as they go straight towards where that fawn was, where you guys left it,
Oh no.
you still hear that buzzing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, you look up, and that tree that all of you might be clinging to has a hive right a couple branches up from you.
Bees! We've got bees.
And
Is everyone all right though? I mean,
I'm good. Says Tilly from like underneath a nearby leaf.
face first in the mud.
it's sounding not very good.
Ow.
Leafsig just like makes eye contact and then just like sits down,
Oh,
curls her tail around herself.
yeah. This was really scary.
I look over at Granny. What's her face? Like, you okay?
I think so. Whoa! She just gets up and like holds her arms up like this. Whoa! I'm alive.
I just kind of like flop back onto the ground, holding my shoulder.
Oh, are you okay, darling?
No. It hurts to laugh.
Boy. And
Here, let's at least get out of the open. Come on, guys, let's go.
right, so this is kind of where I want to end the GM's turn, because you guys have sort of come at an impasse.
Mm-hmm.
It seems we have reached an impasse.
But wait, we gotta see the bees! The bees!
The bees are up there. I'm gonna say
Who's Tim?
yeah, you guys found something. Whether or not you can make something of it is to be determined. So, I'd like you guys, you each have a player's turn check. Go ahead and tell me what you use it for. You also have an extra one, alright?
Okay.
I would like to climb up to the top of the tree where the hive is, and just kind of check out the bees, see if it's a healthy hive, and if it would be possible to turn it into like a farmable one.
So I think to sort of like start taming the bees, you'll have to give me an Apiaris check. It's going to be versus the bees, however. So let me look up the bees' names.
They don't want to be tamed.
They can't be tamed.
They just want to live their lives.
Can
Okay, so it's a hive, so I'm going to give it some helping dice.
Can I help?
Yes. Anybody who wants to help can totally help.
Okay.
I have no experience in dealing with bees, except killing them.
Oops, I didn't mean to roll that. Ignore that.
That's okay.
I don't have that many dice.
Oh, you don't have that many dice. Okay.
No.
Well, can you get that many dice?
I can help with apiarist.
Okay, so you have 3 Apiarist, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna get help from Leafsig's Apiarist. Anybody else want to help? I'm gonna say,
Manipulator?
You're gonna
Can I
intimidate those bees.
Can I manipulate the bees?
the bees
To be
think you're
friendly?
awful shifty.
Does anyone have any skills related to dancing? That is how bees communicate.
Ooh.
I
I think Granny Lily says, "Well, my feet are still working. I could do something like that."
Just starts to jitterbug.
This is what I. This
Well,
is
you do it.
okay. This is. I almost died because of this, so that she can dance.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
This is the only reason she can help is because she wasn't stepped on.
Mhm.
I also think I do think Crooktail would help as well. She has a few instances where she interacted with some bees and such. Go ahead. You're gonna get 2 helping dice from them, 1 from Leafsig, and that's it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's 6. If you want to just use the roll that I accidentally used.
Let's
one more.
use it. I think that's fair. I think that's fair enough. We threw caution to the wind with a little accident, and the bees rolled 1 success. So these bees seem a lot more amiable than Lockhaven bees, actually. You think it's because they haven't been spoiled. Now,
Bees.
you might get maybe a few accidental pricks because of their they're rather wild. They're and they sort of crawl over you, but they're still functioning despite the rain.
The bee sting on a mouse is like.
Oh my god. You have to read the comics because in the first fall 1152, it is brutal.
But bees die when they sting people.
It's true.
Yeah, if they
Um,
fully sting. If
Okay,
you just
just
brush up against the stinger, then the stinger doesn't get ripped
Well,
off.
I
Caress the
I
needle
have
point.
like a little smoker can. Can we use that?
I'd say
You
that
do?
could be like, unfortunately, you can only help once.
Oh.
So I'd have to figure that would be like another factor if you're helping. So what do you want to do with these bees?
So, I want them to start becoming more friendly to me to let me get closer to the hive. If I could, I'd actually like to have at least one of them be like a good friend.
Oh my gosh.
A pet bee.
So one bee is going to sort of like, it's a drone,
Hmm.
and it's very attached to you by the end of this this sort of introduction, and it really likes holding on to you and like just sits on your head, and it's you feel like this one actually kind of wants to follow you guys, because Granny Lily is sort of just doing her bee dance for them.
Dance of
Noodle, you
bees.
feel like this is sort of like a traditional dance from where Granny Lily comes from. And-
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. And she's just, oh, I think that one is a perfect ambassador. You should bring it with you. Show it where Tapper's Point is, then they'll know.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm gonna call him Liam Beeson.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
perfect.
Nice.
Mark in your contacts on your character sheet.
Liam Beeson.
Liam
Beeson.
I actually have
Yeah.
listed on my character sheet as friend the bees. Just the bees.
Yeah.
Make Liam Beeson your new friend. Oh
Can-
my goodness.
While this is going on, can I use Survivalist to do a little bit of field healing on my arm?
Do you have healer?
Tilly
Nope.
Tilly was
but I have
actually going to use her
Survivalist.
check. Tilly was going to use her check to try and heal you.
Oh,
Okay, so that's an obstacle 3.
Tilly, you have like 3 conditions.
Shut up!
He
God!
has 4, I think.
no. I have.
He
I
like
have-
broke his
I
back
have 3.
in defense of an elderly lady.
Okay.
Well,
that's
my sword arm, which is rather important if we get attacked by anything that may want to eat us.
Yeah, the sword
You
arm's
guys are
connected
still
to
in
your
Wild
spine, so
Country.
it's kind
This
of like
is
having your
stressful as
spine
fuck.
broken.
Good job. Good job, Noodle. That's some good anatomy there.
A+ anatomy.
Okay, let me see if any of the ladies can help you.
Can I assist with Survivalist?
I don't think Survivalist can be used to...
You wait.
I have
If
3 in healer.
Hold on. Can I my shield has a leather strap that I can use so that I can hold on to it without having to physically hold on to the shield. I can take the strap off and use it as a makeshift
Oh.
sling.
Okay, that means you'll have to get your shield repaired in town, okay?
But I'd still be able to use it in a fight, right?
I think
It's just taking a
yeah.
holding strap.
Oh, I thought you were literally taking the strap
No,
off.
no,
Okay.
not the whole strap. It's just literally a leather band.
You're just
put
not
on
going to
the
be able. You're just
shield.
not going to be able to take it off for a long time.
That's fine.
Okay,
I'm
so
used to carrying heavy things around.
you're getting +1 because of the shield. That's the gear help, I suppose. And then Alan is going to help with his healer. Leafsig, can you help somehow?
I don't think I have scientist.
Maybe you want
She's-
to.
That might be able
she-
to help with like making some sort of anesthetic.
She
Actually,
can
yeah.
she can reset the bone. If the bone actually broke. Or
I
if it's just
think,
like
I think making an anesthetic or like
Anesthetic.
pain. Find some penicillin. Somebody open a window. I
finds a
think
large
scientists-
syringe sitting on the ground. Here.
Holds out.
I just found it.
takes out a piece of bread. Okay, everybody wait just like a week for this to mold, and then we'll just stick it in there.
No.
Oh no.
Leipzig is gonna get helping dice. So Noodle, you have 3 helping dice. How many dice do you have?
That gives me 6 total.
Yeah, I need 3 successes.
Okay, let's see. 66. Go.
Let's see.
Wait,
Alright.
no, I'm gonna use a point to reroll something. What do I have to use to like reroll
Fate
failed
points
dice?
are used to reroll 6s.
I have so many fate points. I'm gonna
so-
spend one.
Okay, you spend 1.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
To re-roll 6s?
Yes, a fate
No.
point can
and
reroll
add,
6s.
add any successes that come from them.
Okay.
Yeah.
They also
So,
explode.
Another. What?
That is.
Yeah.
I'm rerolling my failed dice, right?
No.
Success.
You are only rolling. Oh, so wait. What's your wises?
I have Old Ways Wise,
Okay.
which could apply like traditional medical practices.
I feel like. Sure. You would have to, however, spend a persona point to reroll all those failures.
That's cool.
Okay, you're
I'm
good with
totally
spending
cool
a
with
persona
that.
point.
I have like 5 persona points. I need to
Okay.
start spending them.
Alright, go ahead and
Okay.
roll 4.
4. Boop. I have 1 extra success.
Okay, that's all you
Perfect,
needed.
That's what we needed.
So, she has not done this before. You get the feeling.
No, she hasn't.
And she doesn't let you know, but it's clear she's very nervous. Alan, you sort of like, you're afraid of butting in because she's like doing sensitive work. But you sort of do stand in the back, just sort of like coach her, like, okay, now hold on, this is what you're supposed to do. Now do it. Not so rough.
Not the red wire. Not the red wire.
Not the red. Yeah, and she like
And
you're
then
kind
you
of weirded out
remember,
by.
yeah, then you start
What?
remembering like a rhyme or something like that.
Yeah, like she starts like muttering some sort of, it sounds like a children's rhyme under her breath, and like pulling like a couple of shiny rocks with like weird colors out of the little bag that she has around her neck, and she takes some sort of like cord or string or something, like maybe she like pulls the thread from her cloak and starts like tying the rocks into the little makeshift splint that she's making, as if this is going to somehow help. And she does it in a way so that the rock isn't gonna like be uncomfortable. She like wraps it up in a nice little cushion of fabric bits. But yeah, you're a little weirded out by what she thinks she's doing, and it's very strange. But there's enough like actual like recognizable medicine in there that Alan is not comfortable, but lets her keep doing what she's doing. She's not wrecking anything.
Technique.
And then Leafsig makes you chew on this hard, bitter leaf that she has stocked away. At least it distracts you. Like, it tastes so bad.
Well,
Mm.
the pain is not really that bad. I mean, I've felt worse getting hit by things that are sharp. What
So-
the hell is this damn leaf?
Just it's helping. It's helping.
So we have 2
Right.
checks down. We have 3 checks left. What else do you guys want to do?
Can I get rid of Hungry Thirsty?
Hungry, thirsty? You'd have to go find some food.
So does that mean my injured is gone?
I say yes, your injured is gone. Oh yeah, that's right, because that's the most important part.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the point of it?
Let's see.
Can I volunteer to teach Lore Mouse to Tilly?
Do you have instructor?
No.
You can start learning instructor as you try to teach her something.
Okay.
So here's what you would have to do. What's your will?
Will is 4.
4. So you'll be rolling 2 dice. What's your lore mouse?
2.
Okay, that's perfect. You need 2 successes. So here's what you need to do. You need to write down instructor on your skills list, and you just need to say that you are testing it, like this is the first time testing it. And then you need to roll instructor.
I forget, in the book, does it say that the skill you're trying to teach can be used as helping dice for your roll?
I'll check.
I could teach someone how to fight really well if they wanted.
Let me see.
I have fighter 6.
I know. I see. I see your character sheet.
Okay, so I guess after you do the healing, Leafsig goes over to Tilly and inquires about what the stones were.
Tilly explains that like Granny, like her grandmother, Grandma Biddy, she calls them, had always said something about how different colored rocks like correspond to different kind of patron spirits of the family, and if you do stuff that has if you incorporate things of the color of the spirit that you want to invoke, it'll help like accomplish a specific effect that spirit is really good at. And so she invoked like things for soothing like soothing fear and like dulling pain and kind of putting you in a sense of like things are gonna be okay, man, it's gonna be fine. And also
soothing fear is not something that's a problem for me. That's just
apparently
sure
not. Apparently you're totally fine.
Oh, I'm totally
but yeah,
fine.
so and also the spirit of the passage of time is how she tries to articulate it to kind of make things speed along more quickly than they otherwise would.
Okay. Leafsig
And other than that, it was just making sure the bone wasn't sticking out.
Leafsig nods like this is kind of familiar stuff for her. And then
I don't know much about medicine, but I mean, feeling better, I guess.
And she says, "Ones."
Oh, you need to roll for your instructor. The obstacle is, I'm so sorry, it is Tilly Ant Herd's nature. Her current nature. What is your current nature?
Oh, my current nature is 5.
You have
Holy
an obstacle
damn.
5.
Monster.
You monster!
See, here's how you learn things in Mouse Guard. You have to roll them enough times as your nature, but nature determines how mousy you are, and the more mouse you are, the harder it is to use that noggin. So yeah, but you can tax it, so you can like learn things a lot faster, and also get instructor tests a lot faster. So this is going to be tough. I don't think you can make it unless you get lots of helping dice, but you're the only one that has Lore Mouse, so nobody else can help you.
Can I help with what little lore mouse I have?
No.
Darn it.
You cannot help your teacher teach you.
Teach you.
Hey, man.
And no.
The teachers
every-
learn from the students too, God.
Every algebra teacher that you say that to will definitely disagree with that.
Does anybody have instructor? Okay.
No.
Yeah, I don't think
This
so.
is gonna be a fail, but hey, Lewis, you're gonna start learning instructor. Go ahead and show us how high you roll. Unless
Okay, so
you wanna.
I guess Leafsig and Tilly, they get into this whole discussion about, traditional medicine, and then like I'm assuming Tilly figures out, oh, Leafsig, you seem to like collect a lot of information. Let's talk stuff, and then Leafsig gets really flustered.
Tell me things about deer.
You get
Suddenly
stage fright.
Remember, she's in a position of authority over another mouse, and she's like, ah, Jesus!
Oh
And-
no.
Mouse
And
Jesus.
she starts stammering wildly.
Mouse Jeebus.
Ooh, that's not bad.
That's actually not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, you would only roll half your will.
Oh no, shoot.
Okay. So 2 successes.
Yes, we'll use those first two.
Aw.
One success. So you're gonna start learning instructor. You will learn it when you reach your when you roll it enough times equal to your maximum nature.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to teach someone to fight. Fighting is fun. Fighting is a lot better than just.
All right. Now for there's 2 more checks. What do you guys want to do with those checks?
You
Oh,
should
God.
teach me how to fight. I mean,
I can teach.
Increase my fight.
I can teach you how to fight.
We should try and
I
find
mean, I
somewhere
could
to plant things.
try to teach you. Oh yeah, we should probably do that too.
If you
I'm just
wanna do
imagining
that-
Mock saying this stuff out loud in his I'm eating a drug leaf slur voice.
I'm gonna say you guys can make a.
I can teach you how to fight.
Because the leaf numbed your mouth.
No, it's
No.
betel leaf. It's betel leaf.
Oh.
No.
So it sounds
Your
like
teeth
we
are
need.
red.
So we've already used Scout for today. I'm gonna say you guys need to use a nature check because nature is also for foraging. So you guys are going to try to like forage around and see, well, what grows here? What can we use here to sort of like start growing?
All right, well, Tilly should do that since she's got nature 5.
Yeah.
I have
I'm
6.
the mousiest in the
Oh,
land.
no, Alan's got nature
Alan.
6.
I am the mousiest in the
Oh,
land.
crud.
Excuse you.
Darn it! I'm
Why do
coming
you
for
think
your
I would've
crown,
communed
bruh.
so well with bees?
Oh man, this
Oh
is
my God.
awesome. Yes, you
Right.
have a mouse crown with Liam Beeson.
Mm-hmm.
It's gold.
And me, Liam.
I'm gonna say it's
Can
gonna be
I-
obstacle 3, obstacle 4, but you have helping dice because the bees are like knowledgeable about what grows around here. They
Okay.
are, they head to places.
How many helping dice for them?
Just
Just
follow
one?
the
Just
workers.
one. Does anybody else want to help? Only.
I mean, I can help with my nature.
Wait, what are you
No.
rolling?
No, because he's using his nature.
You can't help with nature, sadly.
What is he rolling?
He needs help
He's
finding a
rolling his
good,
nature.
Mhm.
good spot
So
to.
actually, I think
plant.
I think nature can be treated like a skill. So yeah, only one person can help with the nature.
Only one
and-
person.
And then only one person can help with scout. So if anybody has scout, you can use that, and another person can use nature.
I have scout.
Okay, so plus 2 dice on top of the bees. Noodle.
Will Old Ways Wise help again?
Your old ways wise is just so.
Someone coming in clutch today.
I'm gonna
Hey,
click
Bruce.
it.
Well, that's why you need wises that are very general,
Vague.
very vague. 'Cause then you can use it for anything.
All right, so you're getting 4 helping dice. That's 10
Okay.
dice.
Holy crap!
Don't mess this up.
If you
can I add
manage
any
to
of my
mess
own
this
wises
up-
to this or anything?
0 successes.
What's your
I
wise?
know.
Predator wise?
Epidemic wise. So, thinking in terms of, if there are any like plant diseases in the areas, know not to try and grow crops here.
11 dice.
That's actually a clever use of a wise that I wouldn't have thought to think of.
I'm very proud.
I wouldn't.
Thanks.
How did you get this wise? I feel so sad for him all of a sudden.
Oh no.
Oh.
Nicely. Well,
5
that's a
successes.
question. For
I've
a
lost
later
many bees in my life.
Oh, no.
It's just the bees, not actual mice. Fine.
Well, they're like family.
Them in a moment of silence.
Yeah, you don't
The loss of
understand.
the bees.
Don't you talk about my bees like that.
There we are. So, bees have been acquired, and so too have a small grove of, let's say, dandelions. But
Hey.
amongst these dandelions, once you realize they're actually competing for something, you have found some wild radishes.
Radishes.
Oh my god.
They're bigger than we are.
Yes, they are.
It takes
Will feed us
4
for a
mice
week.
to pull one up out of the ground.
Yeah, you get the
Yes.
feeling as though, yeah, we can start growing stuff here, and we can forage for like other berries a little ways away, and we can also use the bees. The problem is, how are we going to get many bodies to do this? Because Tapper's Point, at most, has about 6 citizens, and like maybe like 6 or 7 guards mice. So that's less than 20 mice trying to build this settlement up. So trying to set up a
Well,
farm
obviously.
here is going to be difficult. You get the feeling you're probably going to have to. You can set it up. Like Granny, Lily, and Crooktail are working to sort of like, okay, we'll make a storage point here. We'll dig in the dirt. We'll build a small house over here where it's sheltered and whatnot.
Well,
And
I came from Flint Rust. My family carpenters, and I was trained by stonemason. So I have laborer, carpenter, and stonemason.
do you want to like actually start building with your last check?
I mean, if that's why we came out here, right?
That's actually a good point.
To start
Building.
making a point that can be used. And
So
once there's some sort of something, then we can get more mice in from wherever.
give me a carpenter check.
Alright,
What is your skill rating for carpenter?
2. Not very good. But
Here's
I'm
what-
probably the only one here with it. Honestly.
You are. Here's what we can do. What traits do you think you can use for this?
Oh god, I don't have any traits that would.
You've used all your traits, or none of them
No,
really apply?
fearless, bold, and defender. They just don't apply.
Hmm.
And I don't want to try and build something boldly because that's when bad things happen.
It's a bold design.
Boldly
It
built.
makes an architectural
Old
statement.
trash.
A pole with a very large roof, and that's it.
Yes.
I see. It's like you try to build Minecraft in this very
Oh my
mousy
God.
world.
Yeah, building
No.
like Minecraft does not work. I mean, what's Minecraft?
It's some weird old ways game that Tilly
Old
plays.
ways.
Of course, of course.
So
Maybe she can help.
maybe she can help. Now you stupid why?
I mean, Tilly can help with laborer. Tilly has laborer, so she can help with this role.
So Tilly is gonna help with labor. I'm gonna say I need obstacle 3 to set the foundations for what Crooktail wants to start doing.
Okay.
Do you want to use a persona point to tap your nature?
Sure.
So that means you spend a persona point and you add your entire current nature to your roll.
Where are my? I don't. Oh,
I could
okay.
chip in with a survivalist as well.
I survivalist would help. You'd be gathering
Okay.
materials for him.
So I use a persona point, and my nature is 4, so I would add 4 dice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's really
So
useful.
that's
But
6 from myself, and then help
mhm,
from
if you do this, your nature is going to be reduced by 1.
permanently.
You can recover it, but for a little while, it's going to be reduced by 1 until it gets recovered. Okay, so you're rolling 4 dice.
6
Oh wait, you
for 6 from myself, 2 from the skill, and then 4 from my nature, and then 2 from the 2 helping.
Wait.
your carpenter is 2. You're getting
My
help
carpenter
from
is 2.
You're getting help from Alan and Tilly. You're
Right.
tapping your nature.
For another 4.
Okay. Anything
Right.
else? I think this is it.
Yeah. So it's just 8.
Roll 8 dice. I need 3 successes.
Thank God.
Success. You aid these, all of you chip in, beginning to set up some of the smaller, I would say, fortifications,
Yeah.
just so that they'll have some place to stay. And you also start digging, sort of trying to build like a storage place and being like, yeah, the dirt here is really hard and it's going to be really good once we get it deeper and pack it in and,
Mhm.
put some foundations underneath. It's going to take you guys all day, but as you do this, you get the feeling it may be second best, but it's certainly better than what
Nothing.
yeah, better than nothing.
It's certainly better than that spot that all those deer just ran to, which is now just a giant pocket
Pile of deer.
of terrible ground. Terrible.
Mhm, mhm.
Mm-hmm. And probably
What are
some
you
poop.
talking about? They
Although
just
poop that's
plowed
probably not that bad.
I feel like there needs to be a
Hey man,
poop
it's
run.
fertilizer.
A poop run?
A poop
Like,
run.
don't starve?
Oh yes. Where's the beefalo?
Mhm.
Fertilize the fields.
Yes.
Oh God.
Oh no.
We have close access to fertilizer.
All right. As all of you sort of,
Homegrown fertilizer.
You guys do that. I'll deal with the honey. Okay.
as all of
Tilly's got
you
this handled.
sort of start to get settled down, and you will have to spend the night out here. You start to take up watches. Who wants to stay up to do?
I'll
watch?
stay up first.
Okay.
If-
Alan, are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Can I get rid of tired if I go to sleep now?
There's no more checks left.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
it's okay.
You wake up and you're still exhausted.
Ah!
It happens every morning.
God!
What's gonna happen is during the night, Mock, you are sort of like sitting with your recovering arm, sort of just like keeping an eye out, and you look out and you see shapes moving through the grass. And as they sort of peruse the radishes, they also look up to the bees, and they're pointing, and you realize they're mouse-sized. And they're observing, and then you start hearing them sort of speak. Their tones grow a little bit more harsh. You can't hear what they're saying.
Alright, well, I want to walk over towards them, but still within, shouting distance of everybody that's still asleep. And just call out to them.
Once they hear you coming, they turn around. And there's 4 of them. And they're all much bigger than you. Except for one who's just sort of standing at the back. 2 of them are wielding these like handcrafted spears with like metal like sort of like strapped to the tip, and they're wearing some leaves and other like makeshift they look like camouflage. One of them has like a big leaf on his back, and like others have this like little pieces of insects sort of like around his shitting on his like using it as like a breastplate of some sort. And they turn towards you, and one that is wearing several red robin feathers in his hair sort of looks towards you. And there's this moment where they're like really uncertain about what's going to happen.
I just call out to them. Hello, who are you? What are you doing here?
They look to each other. They step forward. The one with the robin feathers speaks up and says, "We're the Mutter Twins. This is our field. What are you doing here?"
I am a mouse guard, and I say this hopefully loud enough that the people who are sleeping will hear that there's something going on.
I'd say yes. The few of you who are here awaken, and you're able to see these 4 mice out there just sort of standing there.
I'm a mouse guard from Mouse Territories. We're here setting up food, a source of food for one of our newer outposts in the area.
Is that so? More of Dapper's kids. He sort of says, really dismissively. He sort of leans on his spear, and he says, "Well, that's a shame, because there's not a lot of food to go around. I know that it looks like there's a lot of radishes here, but it takes a long time to get these babies growing."
Well, I mean, I walk up behind him and just kind of just put my hand on his shoulder, on Mock's shoulder, yeah. And I say, well, there may not be a ton of them, but if we work together to grow up this settlement, there'll be plenty for everyone. We can certainly come to an agreement here.
You guys are natives of this area?
Yeah, we're wild country. Not pampered like the rest of you. I'm sure
Tilly
you.
is
I'm sure
creeping
you
up
like
behind
to.
the other guard mice.
I'm sure you like to think that you can use pretty words to get away with whatever you want to take on this side of the scent border, but just saying.
Well, we're not trying to take anything. We're just trying to. If this belongs to you, then by all means. But if this is just another, the wild radish growing in the ground here, we're looking to farm. We're looking to look after our own, just the same as you.
One of them.
I realize you may not think much of these city slickers, these people from inside the scent border, but we're not out to cause any trouble, and I assume that you people you don't want any violence yourselves. We're all just trying to get along in this mousy little world of ours.
Leafsig says, it's quite possible that we've a little bit underhanded for the work that we'd like to do here. If any of you would like to pitch in, we'd be more than happy to share what food we can provide.
One of the other mice, this one with blue jay feathers in his ears, leans forward, and he, you can hear him. He doesn't make much effort to hide this, and he says,
"They're already trying to make us work. Already built a home for themselves here."
And the Red Robin one nods and says, "He's got a point. I mean..."
Tilly steps up and says, "Well, no, nobody's trying to make you do anything. You're free to say no. He was just offering."
Listen, we're just gonna be honest with you, because it seems you're rather willing to talk. We don't have a good relationship with those fools at Tapper's Point. And there's a reason they stay where they are. And they better stay where they are.
And you see the smaller one is just sort of hanging in the back, just sort of observing this. It's a black fur, and it has a small, thin sword at its hip, and it's just sort of pacing back and forth, just watching this.
I make sure to keep an eye on that one back there.
Mm-hmm.
Does it seem like, is it small because it's like a kid, or?
It's as you get
probably more of a runt than a kid.
As you get a better look at it, yeah, it does look a little younger than the other ones. They look like big mice, like bigger than the mice in the territories. This one, it seems sort of like a youth. Yeah, you get the sense.
Okay.
But the third one, who's wearing all this bug armor, just follows the smaller one's pace, starts walking back and forth, and
says, "Mother Twin's got lots of mouths to feed. I don't know if we could share this place with you."
Well, we can offer more than just share in some of these radishes. And I'll take a step forward towards them, and I'll kind of kneel down a little bit, and I'll pull out my jar of honey, and I'll offer some to the kid.
Oh my god! This is smart. Okay.
Wait, that was the mead!
Oh,
okay.
No.
Persuasion check. They are gonna roll against
Is that
you.
even a thing?
I mean, I'm totally up for that being one of the twists if you fail.
All right.
Oopsie.
You just offer alcohol to a child.
Can I help with manipulator?
If you succeed, he actually likes the alcohol better than the honey.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Damn, what have we been doing all our lives?
I know, right? They start learning the brewer skill.
Can I help with manipulator?
How so?
Well, we're not. Obviously, they don't want us here,
Yes.
and obviously, we don't really want to deal with them because we have enough mouths to feed at Tapper's Point. Trying to just come to either a loose agreement or putting off conflict until we can get more people out here.
That's a good idea, but this doesn't, like, are you trying to use manipulator to intimidate them, or sort of, like, use your...
Oh. I don't want to intimidate them.
Do you want to, like, lie?
Leafsig already said.
I mean,
that
I don't have persuasion, so I don't want to be a dick about it. But
Okay.
I want them to not fight us.
Well,
Like, it's not going to be worth your time to try and beat us up.
That might be one way of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like not really much here, apart from what was here when we got here.
Noodle,
But-
how will you help?
Fighting us would be
Um,
not beneficial to any party.
It's a non-issue.
Okay, Jesus.
Can Tilly abuse her old ways wise once again?
Jesus.
To be, because these are wild mice, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this totally applies because she would understand the usual like concept of land ownership and property and like the way the wild mice think about it as opposed to the way settlement mice think about it, and like
Oh,
she
yeah.
would know
Oh yeah.
kind of the etiquette of exchanges like this because she
Ooh.
might have actually done this before at some point.
I like this. I like this very much. And then Leafsig.
Well, I was going to say that Leafsig would reiterate that if they don't have a lot of food, then the newcomers are bringing culture, which will greatly increase how much food they can make, and the wild mice are welcome to get a stake in that, and will be welcome if they want to help us, and we can.
Oh yeah, if there's gonna be more people out here, not only will eventually there be more food because it's being, domesticated a little bit. There's gonna be more trade of materials going to the wild mouse if they so please.
Okay. So how many dice are you rolling? You got 3 helping dice.
3 helping dice, and then I get 1 more for having the item, right?
Yes, that's true. You're getting help from your item.
Okay, so that's a total of 6.
I have a total of 6.
I'll throw in a fate or persona die, whatever would help me more.
Do you want to use your nature to help you on this?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your total nature?
6.
Wow,
Damn,
you are
son.
rolling 12 dice. Remember, it's going to be reduced by 1.
Or why?
My nature is.
His
Oh,
nature is
nature.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
so
nature
it's
is
now
going to go down by
5
1.
out of 6.
Because
Yeah.
this is not a mousy thing you're doing.
Yeah. Politics.
So, yeah. Alright, the Mutter twins are gonna roll. Oh my lord.
Oh my lord!
I didn't roll great.
You
so.
didn't roll great either. These guys,
Why am I not seeing anything?
you get the
What
sense.
were the rolls? Nothing showed up. What were the rolls?
They got 0 successes, and wonderful Alan Honeystone
There
get
they are.
3.
Nice.
3 out of 12. That's a rough hitter.
Yeah, that sucks.
You get the
That's
sense that
okay.
they usually don't negotiate. These mice, these Mutter twins, whoever they are prone probably to just taking what they want. They're foragers, you expect.
Mhm.
This is a new concept to them, and they say, well, I guess it's not so bad. Have someone look after this while we're going out other places.
Yeah, I mean, if worse comes to worse, there's technically, more than likely, always going to be a source of food here. That normally doesn't happen everywhere in the wild country.
Nope. The little black fur, you hold out the honey. I'm gonna say it's the honey pot.
Damn it!
And instead of taking it, they whip out their sword.
Ah.
And it's a slender blade. And before you can react, they sort of like scoop it in and like swirl it back very swiftly. And then they just sort of like they just hold their hands out.
Takes the whole pot.
They kind of want to take the whole pot.
I'll give it to him. We have bees right here. I can get more.
It's true. You do have a new friend.
Yay!
A new friend in Liam Beeson. And
Best.
with that, these hulking mice sort of are their postures are a little laxer. They're a lot looser, not so threatening. And then they say, "All right, this looks like a good deal.
But we're gonna be checking in frequently, okay? Just to make sure nobody's gypping us on what's owed.
Don't worry. I mean,
Tilly's giving him the shifty eye.
Ignore her.
They're not really paying.
Well-
They sort of like understand what you're doing, but you realize that they still kind of feel as though they have the advantage here for some reason.
Right.
Did these guys like promise to do anything to like help with growing the crops or anything?
They will consult that with you guys once this place is up and running. Like once
What's
it's
it-
like legitimately like in like we're doing production now. We have
Yeah.
dedicated people for this.
Okay,
Right.
so it's not like they're just like, yeah, we'll let you use this land as long as you
Mhm.
give us a tithe for our lordship.
But no,
Which-
they're gonna. It seems like they're going to figure out which mice is going to which mouses are going to be coming over to help in whatever's going on. First, it seems like they tell you they're gonna have to talk to Mutter.
Okay, cool.
We'll tell Tapper's Point and whoever's gonna be stationed here and here all the time. Keep eyes out for you, so that you and here can cooperate. I guess. Be a
Yeah.
good word.
You mentioned that you had some kind of relationship with Tapper before. It's not going to be a problem if any of those mice, if any of the leadership comes to visit here, is there?
You guys might seem to have the strong arm in that place. I think it's fine as long as you guys are here. We'll put up with them.
We'll see what can be done and then get back to you on it.
We're not gonna hurt them or anything, but we're not gonna go on lonely walks.
I understand.
Yeah.
That's fine. But I do have to warn you. Not all of us are going to be staying at the settlement forever. We're scouts. You see, we're here to set things up. A couple people, these two, will be sticking around and helping set things up. But not all of us are going to be around.
Mm.
I'll be here for a while. So once things get up and going, and we can settle what's really gonna happen.
Alright. We'll leave it at that. This one better.
Tilly speaks up and says, "Is there any other land ownership problems we should be worried about before you leave?"
Yeah. Not concerning us for the most part, because we know how to keep out of its way. But you guys go any further than this, and you're going into Fox's territory.
Right.
Tilly's ears shoot up, but she doesn't say anything.
You better look out for the mice he has. They'll kill you too.
The fox has mice.
That's normal.
That's how you live out there. Mother twins are strong though. We only have allegiance to ourselves.
Right. Thank you for the warning. You fellas have a good night.
So yeah.
And
Thank you very much.
and all of them start to leave, and then you see you rather hear a crunch from behind you, and you see a second small black mouse moving across between where you guys were and where you were sleeping. You did not know where that fifth mouse was until he just started walking out.
Tilly's gonna like start towards him.
I put a hand on her shoulder.
She stops.
He goes right.
She's fine.
He sort of moves right from between you guys and like pushes towards the group that's leaving. And as they walk back into the night, you guys are sort of left with a tense agreement.
Yeah.
You
As
return-
the last one walks by, I give him a slight appreciative nod for his battle tactics.
He sort of clacks his saber in its homemade sheath, and he leaves. And all of you sort of feeling as though progress has been made. There's some hope for Tapper's Point to become something more. But something more might be desirable to those who have something less. And that's where we're gonna end it.
Ears
It
are
always-
so flat right now. Sorry, go ahead.
Alright. But hey, that was the session.
That was fun.
Good
We
job.
didn't have to fight mice. Actually, we didn't have to fight at all.
There's several ways this could have gone down.
There is.
I'm very proud. Well
I'm-
done.
I like that little mouse right at the end. The guy that was sitting behind us. That's
Oh man, he was ready.
he was ready. Honestly,
Oh.
I feel like I would have known to check for something like that, being battle tactics wise.
But you would have had to roll for it.
How would
We all
That's
Alright.
exactly it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to just make sure to anytime we
Just
see
always do that.
I mean, I need to be more paranoid and stuff like this anyway. That's how
I get the
people
paranoid
survive, is
trait.
being Can I get paranoid trait, please? Because that's how people survive in the wild country. They're paranoid about everyone and everything.
Well, speaking
Nah, you
of,
just need to carry a jar of honey and a jar of meat, and it'll take you far in life.
It's true.
That are
Well,
painted
As long as you don't get
exactly
them
the same.
confused.
Well, before we start closing things out, let's go ahead and just give you guys some rewards. Let's start with fate points. Oh, I have a cat in my lap. There is
Yay.
fate points going first. If you acted on your belief this turn, go ahead and give yourself a fate point. By the
That
way,
would-
what was your belief, Speedy?
Those who have should share with those who don't.
Oh my goodness, you did that.
How
I gave honey to a tiny mouse child.
You did it, buddy.
I definitely did that in basically sacrificing my life for some old crotchety mouse.
Yeah, you certainly sacrificed your good arm. How about the rest of you, Leafsig and Noodle?
yes.
Tilly's belief is the cities get enough help. Somebody's got to look out for the wild mice. I feel like it's at one point she acted like in accordance with that belief, and then towards the end she acted against it. The reason why she had originally sided with Sully Crooktail in the initial argument was because it's like, oh well, she's a wild mice. Like somebody's got to stick up for her. Like we can't just like be pushing her around on land that's she's been working on since she was little or whatever.
Yeah.
But then towards the end there, she does not like the look of these Mutter twins, quote unquote.
You told
at
these
all.
Mother Twins no.
I figure Tilly's help in that last argument was, look, this land isn't yours either. It doesn't belong to anybody. It belongs to whoever can like hold it.
Yeah.
So unless you
In-
guys really want to take on the entire Mouse Guard and Tapper's Point, like it's
In a
probably not
in
worth
a-
your time to try and argue.
In a territory without law, power is what determines who has what. That's how
Yeah.
it always is.
So I think you're gonna get a fate point and a persona point for later on. So we're going to go for instincts now. Did anybody get to do their instinct this session?
I feel like, yeah.
I did.
I'm a sucker for any kind of sweets. So more honey.
I think you were very adamant about let's find out the bees.
Let's find out the bees.
Let's find the bees. So,
Mhm.
did
Ollie-
everybody accomplish their goal?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
found the bees.
What does instinct get us?
Instinct is a fate point. So, bees found. I think we had another few bees.
Yes.
Part of the goals.
Defend the group to the best of my ability. Done. Make sure
Done.
production
There
of
you go.
food is started. Done.
Done.
And you protected Granny Lily.
Yeah.
Tilly investigates anything that looks interesting because it might save your neck later. She definitely investigated the heck out of that fawn.
She
And
wanted
everyone
to.
else was like, no, no, no.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Follow your orders, Tilly. Damn it.
We come now.
What does goal get you?
Goal gets you a persona point.
Gotcha.
And now we come to MVP. Who is the most valuable player for this session? Where was that critical role that you guys think was most tasty?
I feel like Speedy had a couple of things where he was rolling so many dice. So many, and we just needed it so
I
bad.
think now Workhorse is another reward, and Workhorse is one where it's for the person who does all the they do all the rolls that keep the gang moving. So I feel like Speedy, you definitely did those, but you also did that final argument against the Mutter twins.
Yeah.
So it's hard to decide who else did the important stuff.
Well, I mean, I kept someone from dying.
It's true.
But I always
So do we want
feel
to?
bad. I always feel bad nominating myself for shit.
Yeah, I think that is a part of the rules, though.
I'll make you feel better. I'll nominate myself too. Tilly's Old Ways Wise.
Yeah, I was
in a
about
number
to
of
That's
places.
true.
All
That's
right,
like
you know
definition
what?
of
I think that's
Okay, so
I
I
also
think
say that's
Probably rolled
Workhorse.
that more than any other thing in this game.
I think that Speedy's Apiarist really came in handy, especially in the latter half. So I think you should get
yeah.
the MVP because that salvaged the rest of the mission. But I think Tilly, with her Old Wise is it's really what gave everybody the opportunity they needed to get the dice that they desperately needed.
Can her old ways wise be nerfed or something?
I feel
That's-
like
Didn't
I think
realize
I-
it would actually be
I
as
think
crazy
that's
as it was
just
a session.
too vague and can be
yeah.
applied to too
I'll
much.
change it. I'll change it to Wild Mouse Wise because
There you
I
That
didn't
makes a lot more
actually
sense.
think it's never been this useful before. Like I've used it once in each of the previous sessions I played in, and it has never been this crazy.
my goodness. But from there,
Wild
we just
country wise or something.
we have one last reward for you guys, and it is a persona point for embodying your characters. Role playing is what makes this game pretty fun, and I'm very glad to have met Mr. Speedy and his mouse tonight. And it was just a pleasure having a bee-focused mice. I was very
I
happy
love
to see it.
bee-focused anything.
Like bees
This
are
is-
literally like the great, like they're like giant wiener dogs of the territories that fly. It's wonderful.
Basically, yes.
Wait, wiener dogs or beagles?
Corgis.
Oh
Corgis.
no! Oh
Oh my
god!
god.
Beagles.
Beagles! And now the stream is canceled.
And now the stream is canceled.
Oh,
I
thank
wanna.
I can never come back.
Oh no! Bee puns. What have you brought up to my stream? Well, we're gonna call
You
it
brought the
here.
party.
We
Wait,
go-
for
yeah.
how do you get more traits, or when do you get more traits?
Fortunately, you only get them during
Winter
a winter
session.
During a what?
Winter session.
Yeah.
Winter session.
Yeah, you
What
have
is
to make
that?
it. You have to make it all the way to winter, and then there's a special level up session for winter itself.
Got you.
But we'll see if the gang can even survive spring. For now, we're going to go ahead and push forward to the rest of our nights, and we wish you the best of luck. And we're very happy. We have another Mouse Guard game coming Thursday. I think we know who's going to play in that. But if you'd like to perhaps play in our fun little game, you can join us on our Discord. Just go ahead and tell us what sort of mouse you want to play, and we'll be happy to give you a taste of a Mouse Guard, because that is what this campaign is for. It's to sort of get the role-playing game of Mouse Guard and its wonderful style into the open. But we do have our own D&D games on Fridays, Out of the Abyss. That is no party mode, and we just hit a big twist in how this game is going to go. We hope to see you there, as well as Festival of Colors. That is happening Sundays at 1 p.m. And that also had a big twist as of late. My goodness, Slad twist. In any case, we just hope you guys are doing a wonderful everything, and we hope you have a splendid evening. And until then, check out Speedy. I don't know how to do the... How do you do the stream thing where you tell them to go check out your stream?
Do you have a command set up? I don't know if Ishman might have set one up.
Ishman might have set it up.
It would be !caster not so speedruns or !so or shout out. I don't know. Caster is what I have on my phone. Hey,
It worked! Yay! That's so great. Oh, should we do a raid? I don't know.
Yeah.
I just
See,
sort
I
of-
don't even know.
I'm just
don't
sort of
even know-
hanging out with you guys.
I don't even know what that is. Raid.
Raid is like where we go to someone else's channel and we interrupt whatever they're doing, like rude babies, and be like, "Hey, we love you. By the
Oh.
way, we're right here."
Mom.
Yeah.
Mom.
So anyone who's
yeah.
watching now has something else to watch, and then that person has a bunch more viewers. And
Oh
it's
my
like-
gosh, we should exploding dice. We should go raid Askren.
What?
Yeah,
Probably
ask
do
Red.
it. Do it.
Raid exploding dice. Will it work? Oh my god, it worked! So, here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to copy the /me and down to that cheese. And what I would like you to do is go to Askren stream and just type it in once you see it going. After that, hey, maybe watch him after a while. He's interviewing some cool people who do a D&D podcast. So maybe we can go ahead and just ask him a few questions ourselves. But beyond that, Askren's a cool guy. Show him some love, okay? But I hope all of you have a splendid evening, and of course we'll see you next time on The Forefront.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.